I'm August, Carolina Trust Brand Ambassador, and you're watching the Living Local Carolina Financial Friday Community Panel. We hope you had a fantastic holiday season and are looking forward to the new year. With the new year right around the corner, we know you may have some resolutions. So I brought in some special guests with me today to talk about some of the most common resolutions and how you can go about sticking to those in the new year. So we've got Christina Naylor here, who is the Chief Operating Officer at Carolina Trust Federal Credit Union. And then we've got Dr. Kevin Satelle, who is the physician at Dr. Satelle's Rapid Weight Loss and Aesthetics Center. So thank you guys both so much for coming and joining me at the end of the year.
Thanks for having us.
Did you both have a wonderful holiday, I hope?
It was lovely.
Oh, that's great.
Very busy.
Yeah,
Very busy.
I feel like they always are. It's so nice to be around your loved ones, but you know, it's all the hustle and bustle. And with the year wrapping up, 2022, did you guys have any super exciting things happen this year? Anything monumental in 2022?
Well, I bought a house.
That is exciting.
Yeah, unexpected. Just found a great opportunity in this market and got in right before the rates really started to spike, so got really lucky.
Well, congratulations.
Very good.
How about you, Dr. Satelle?
We have a new grandson.
Oh, wow.
So we have two grandchildren now, two boys, both amazing, but a 9-month-old grandson now.
That is super exciting. We got a new niece in my family this year, which is super exciting. My boyfriend, he has 3 nieces, but I didn't really get to watch, them from the very beginning. So it's been super exciting to see all of the fun newborn things in the last couple of months. And she was born right around my birthday, so that made it a little bit more exciting. And with 2022, starting a new year, there's so many different New Year's resolutions. Of course, the most common ones being weight loss, eating healthier, exercise, learning a new skill. There's so many different things that you can plan to do in the upcoming year. Did you guys have any New Year's resolutions in 2022?
Well, I wanted to travel more. I love to travel, and with COVID, I had really limited, and so I did get to do a little bit of traveling. I also had the same weight loss goals that I have every year.
Yeah.
Not quite as successful with those, so I'm really happy to see you here. So, yeah.
You can help. What about you, Dr. Satelle? Any New Year's resolutions?
Just to spend more time with the family. We did travel some as well, and that was really nice. But with the new grandbaby, it was just great to spend more time with the family.
I'm sure. This year, I got a Kindle last year for Christmas, and so in 2022, one of my goals was to read more, and I had set a goal. I really do try with my New Year's resolutions, instead of making it something that's just overall generic, like eating better or working out or something like that. I try to set like a specific goal. And so with wanting to read more, I decided that I was going to try to read at least 20 books, which is like a book and a half a month or something. And with it being the end of the year, I'm right there at 13. So I didn't quite make my goal, but I think for me personally, setting a goal at least gets me a little bit closer to achieving the resolution as opposed. And I know, there are so many different resolutions and so many people fail to keep up with those resolutions throughout the year, being in the different careers that you all are in. What are some of the main ways or reasons that you see that people fail to keep up with their resolution throughout the year?
I think it's one of the big things is if you set a goal or resolution that's not really very obtainable. So, you start low and go slow, but, make sure that it's something that you can easily obtain. Don't set yourself up for failure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I think we do it at work. We say at work, you have to measure it.
Yeah.
It has to be attainable.
Right.
You have to see incremental goals,
right.
But in our lives, we don't always take that same advice.
That's
so
for
I think
sure.
you're exactly
And you need to
right.
have some accountability too. That helps.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I think that's where I end up falling short. Is you start with a New Year's resolution, and it's so common that people don't keep up with their. It's like an ongoing joke. Like, haha, we're
It's
in
like
February.
everybody at the gym. Everybody at the gym for the first 2 weeks.
Right. Exactly. So it's there's no pressure almost to keep up with your New Year's resolution because it's become a thing that people almost anticipate, even when they make it, that they're not going to achieve. So like you said, the accountability aspect of saying, okay, I know this was a New Year's resolution, and it's very common for people not to meet their New Year's resolutions, but I'm going to hold myself accountable, and I'm at least going to meet different goals, like you said. So I think that that's super important, and I can't wait for us to, learn more in the upcoming 2 sessions that we have, talking about how we can meet our resolutions, some things we can put in practice at the end of the year to do that. So we will be right back after the break. Welcome back to the Living Local Carolina Financial Friday Community Panel. Before the break, I was talking to Christina Naylor and Dr. Kevin Satelle about New Year's resolutions, some of the different ones that people have, and how we can implement things within our life to stick to those. So, Dr. Satelle, you work in the weight loss industry,
yes.
And you are the physician at the Rapid Weight Loss and Aesthetics Center. Will you tell us a little bit about your work and how you got into that?
Yes, well, we 80% of what we do is weight loss. We actually started out about 15 or 18 years ago in aesthetics. We moved, sort of transitioned into aesthetics with Botox and fillers, but we had so many women coming in asking us if we could help them with weight loss. And my wife had been trying to get me to do weight loss for a couple of years. I didn't really want to do it at first, but we started with a weight loss program to help some women lose some weight so they could do some other procedures, and it just went crazy. And what I realized very quickly was for so many years I'd been in general internal medicine, and I would tell patients to lose weight. Of course, no one ever did. But once you put a whole plan together, we gave them everything. We have the medicines, the injections, and the diet and everything, and the accountability. It just made it so much easier for them. And suddenly we have, we have patients that are coming off all of their blood pressure meds and their diabetic meds, and they don't need a knee replacement and things like that. And so I realized it was really tremendously different than my previous 10 years in medicine, where I was treating people's diabetes and high blood pressure by increasing their meds. But I would tell patients to lose weight, but rarely did they ever really do it. But when we put a whole program together, it just all began to work.
Well, and I love that you mentioned all of the health benefits that come along with losing weight, because I know weight loss is such a big New Year's resolution for so many people. And like you said, you would see patients all the time and say, losing weight would really help with these issues that you're having, but rarely would they do it. And so I love that you not only is weight loss as a physical, component, but also, the internal and the way that is helping different people with pre-existing medical conditions that they already have, which I think is fantastic. And I think, one of the big things, like you said, it's hard for people to lose weight, and you had people coming in wanting to lose weight so that they could have other procedures. What are some ways in your time in the weight loss industry that you have learned that kind of help people as on their weight loss journey, for it not to be a resolution, but to be a full lifestyle change?
Well, you do definitely have to make it a lifestyle change. And so, baby steps. If you've gained 100 pounds in 10 years, you're not going to lose it all in just a month or two.
Right.
So, and the main thing is to get people to learn how to eat healthier foods, eat smaller portions, don't eat late at night. And then really realizing that a lot of things that we were taught growing up, either in school or from our family, not really correct. We've been taught that fruit is healthy and things like this, and sugar is bad, and fruit is full of sugar, and so are salad dressings, and so a lot of the things that we grow up thinking are healthy, not very healthy at all. And so we just sort of have to relearn all of that and start over from the basics.
Which is super important that you mentioned that, because a lot of people that may be starting on a New Year's resolution, they don't really know how to get started with that, and they rely back on the information that they think they know. Okay, well, for breakfast, I'll have strawberries and blueberries. I'll do a strawberry blueberry smoothie. And then at lunch, I'll do a salad with dressing. And, they're really, they may be changing aspects of their diet to what they think are healthy, but really having a medical professional like you who can lead them along that process. And I think that kind of leads right into the weight loss process that you have. What are some of the different key elements of your program at the Rapid Weight Loss and Aesthetics Center that truly help people learn what's healthy for their body and make these transformative weight loss goals?
Well, we use a combination of things. The very first thing we do a test called bioelectric impedance testing, and what that does is it'll give us a person's basal metabolic rate and all of their metabolism numbers. their body composition, so to speak.
Yeah.
And so we can go over that with them, and based on those numbers, we could tell them exactly how much fat they should be able to lose per month,
Yeah.
and how much, how long it will take them to get their weight off, and then give them some healthy numbers. And so, we do that first, but we use a combination of medications, injections, and the diet and exercise. But the diet is 80% of it. And you have to stick to the diet.
When we come back from the break, we're going to talk to Chris a little bit more about how you can fix your current financial situation and head that into a New Year's resolution. Welcome back to the Living Local Carolina Financial Friday Community Panel. Before the break, we were talking to Dr. Satelle about weight loss and how people can take their New Year's resolutions with weight loss and turn those into a lifestyle change. And there's so many, different things within weight loss and other resolutions that really relay over perfectly with finances. So many people want to change their finances in the new year. They have pre-existing habits that maybe are not the most healthy habits to achieve their financial goals. And so, Chris, in your role as Chief Operating Officer at the credit union, what are some different ways that you've seen people transform their finances over the year, and a good place to start if transforming your finances is a resolution for you?
So I was really amazed by how similar it is when you were discussing it. It's about discipline.
Yeah.
It's about realistic expectations. Mm-hmm. It's about looking at your own behavior and the behavior of those around you.
Yeah.
If you're disciplined in your food, mm-hmm. but your family is not, it's very difficult to maintain.
Yes.
For sure.
It's the same thing with money.
Mm-hmm.
If you are controlling your spending, but your partner is out of control,
yeah.
it's very difficult. So you have to be able to really look at yourself and look at those trends that you've established over your lifetime. Mm-hmm. Maybe your family set you up. This is the way my mama spent. It's feast or famine. Feast or famine.
Yeah.
We didn't know what a budget was. But you have to really look at your behavior and then make a decision, and you have to stick with it. And you have to understand that you're going to have bumps in the road, and things are going to happen in your life that are going to distract you from that goal. Mm-hmm. And you have to find ways to bring that picture back up. We do vision boards. Yeah. We do vision boards for everything. And it might seem foo-foo, but if you actually say, this is how much money I want to have in my savings account. Remember you talked about being specific?
Yeah.
Be specific. I want at the end of this month to have saved $50.
Right.
Well, gosh, what difference is $50 going to make?
Right.
It's going to make a lot if you need $50.
Yeah. It will, for sure. And I think, part of what you touched on there are these pre-existing habits, and learning those, just like you said, from, whether you learn them from your parents or you learn them along the way. What are some of the biggest financial habits that are preventing people from reaching their goals that you typically see?
You have to monitor what's going on in your checking account. You have to be aware of what is happening in your financial world. If you are not looking at your checking account a couple times a week or every day, and you're using your debit card, mm-hmm. that money disappears. What mm-hmm. happened? I just got paid. Where's my money?
Yeah.
Only you can determine where that money goes, and you have to be aware. And just like with Dr. Satelle, it's not going to get any better if you don't grab a hold of it right now.
Right.
If you have collectors calling you, trust me, for instance, if you financed a car with the credit union and you're struggling with your payment, the credit union doesn't want your car. They want you to reach out to them and talk to them.
Yeah.
So the first thing you have to do is be honest and address it. And it takes a lot of bravery.
Yeah, it does. And I think it's super important that you mentioned, not just addressing the situation that you're currently in, but reaching out to professionals that can help. Yes. Whether that is with weight loss or whether that's with finances. Going in and sitting down with somebody who is a professional in your field, the field that you're looking to improve upon, and saying, I need your advice, I need your guidance, I need you to help me put a plan in place that works for me and my lifestyle.
Exactly. So for instance, at the credit union, if you're a member of ours, we have a program called Balance, where you can reach out to a professional. You don't even have to walk in and face someone face to face.
Right.
And they'll walk through your credit report with you. If you have a plan to get a mortgage, they'll get you ready for that mortgage application. Or you can walk in or call one of our member service representatives. You need to find someone who is not going to judge you,
Right.
who is going to understand that life happens, bad things happen to good people, good people make mistakes, and they're going to help you through it. But don't think that it's a shortcut.
Yeah.
If someone tries to sell you, I can fix your credit, send me $100 and I'll make all this go away, you're going to lose $100.
Thank you guys so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for the advice that you gave, not only me, but the viewers at home. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Live in Local Carolina Financial Friday Community Panel.